Again, I'm leaning on these seniors to lead us, and they are. Never like being down 17 points at halftime. That hole's pretty deep. But I also knew, that they were going to come out emotional tonight, inspired. Wanted to represent, Darrius and his family because they were all here, and I get it. And so I was, really worried just about the emotional state of the whole situation. And to their kids' credit, they really came out playing really well. And so I wasn't surprised by that. I was surprised we didn't play so well to start, but I wasn't surprised by them. As the game wore on, we finally got ourselves in a groove there beginning of the second half. It was 12-2 in the first 4 minutes, and then we started turning the corner. I felt a little more comfortable, but you're never comfortable until the final buzzer sounds. Winning's hard, and we're happy to get, that's 4 games in 7 days for our kids, and 3 in the last 4, and to win these 3 at home, I'm very, very happy, and can take a deep breath here for a couple of days.
What are your thoughts on how Makai Mason stepped up?
Look, I'm obviously happy for Makai, but we recruited him. He's a very good player. But college basketball is hard, and he learned that coming out of the gate. And I, stayed with him, and knew there might be some bumps in the road, and there's going to be plenty more bumps in the road. But he's a talented young man, and really happy for him. He got it going tonight. I called his number to keep him going. Got us. He really picked us up, and he puts the points on the board. But Cam Sheffield's effort was as big as anything that happened. His offensive rebounds at the beginning of the second half, his charge at the end, his defensive rebounds. He did a tremendous job too. So it was an all-around team win, and again, just really happy for Makai.
Coach, this team is like going through a transition. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. One on the road, they're one team. At home, they're another. How do you? Where would be the transition where you get that to level off before conference play?
Let's not level it off at home. Let's keep and look, I think it's most teams are like this, right, in college basketball. You've got to win your home games, and if you're a good team, you have to win them. Your majority of them, and we've been pretty good here the last couple of years, and this year I want to be really good here. Make it just a tough place to play. Our environments keep getting better, and when you win, they keep coming back. And, so then now, next time we go on the road, I think it'll be a really good test for this team. Because they're not going to forget. I mean, you get beat that badly twice, you don't forget. So that'll be a big moment for me when we go back on the road, just to see our reaction and preparation. I'm excited for it, but we have a very important one here a week from Wednesday in Prairie View, so I'm not, my head is down. I'm worried about the next one.
Where do you think, how do you think your team is doing, progressing on defense?
We show flashes of being very good, and then flashes of frustration. Because I think we get a little, I don't know, I guess we think sometimes that we're there and we're not, and we give shooters open shots, but we pressed up the second half and pushed them out a little further, rushed them a little bit, and then it's harder to make them. And so we held them to 26 the second half. And that's a good offensive team. I mean, they put up numbers against everybody but Texas, but I don't know if many teams are going to put up numbers against them. So,
Matthew, you have a question?
Yeah, this is unfortunately not the first time that y'all have entered halftime with a big deficit this year. What was different about this game? What was the spark that made this one a different one, where that lead didn't just dwindle and disappear?
I'm going to point to the leadership, Matthew. We have a different voice coming now from these kids. Something's clicked with them. I know they had a big senior team meeting, a senior meeting only, I mean. And by all accounts, a lot of positive came out of that. They all had to say some things to each other. Some feelings, had to be maybe not hurt, but you had to be able to deal with it, right? You're seniors in college, and constructive criticism from your friends and teammates coming from a good place, and they all came out of that feeling really good about what was said and done. Now, team meetings can go one of two ways. I've done this a long time. Sometimes it can be fluff and just a lot of hot air and nothing gets done. But I've also said this multiple times, and you guys have heard me say it many times. We have high character kids, and we lean on character here. And I knew at some point character would rise up again. So that meeting of a bunch of really good kids now is transformed into leadership on our team, and so they're not phased. They weren't panicked at halftime. They were mad. I was pretty calm, all things considered, and we just knew what we had to do, and we went out and did it.
And then this is not the first big comeback that you've been a part of. It feels like every year at some point you have a bad first half, and then you find a way to outscore somebody by 25, 30.
Yeah, I'm not doing that on purpose.
Right, but you've been through the tough nights. How gratifying is it to press the same buttons and know that the offense and the defense, you can respond and you can have a half like that?
Look, it's really important because you get to lean on this experience again sometime, right? I hope it's not 17. But we're going to be down at halftime again. I mean, that's a fact. And so now you lean on this experience. All the talk was the right talk. You know, we don't have to get it back in one possession. The only real piece of advice I gave him was let's play 4-minute segments to the media timeouts. Every one of them is 0-0. And then what we did is I had my grad assistant tell me the score of each 4-minute segment. And I remember the first one clearly being 12-2. And then we went back to 0-0. That was we reset. And then the next one I think was 12-8, us. And then we reset. And then that's how we and then once we got the lead, we were flowing. I mean, we got back to playing our brand of ball.
That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Everybody good?
You guys have a great holiday, okay? Thank you.